What if I told you a woman doesn't need to confess anything to reveal the truth? Because when something shifts inside her, her behavior starts speaking for her. And if you don't understand those signals, you won't just miss the truth, you'll slowly lose your position without even realizing it. Stay with me, because this is where most men get it wrong. This is Her Inner Code, where we decode female psychology and uncover the patterns most men never notice until it's too late. Today we're breaking down 8 behavioral shifts that signal something deeper has changed. Not assumptions, not paranoia, just patterns. Because understanding female psychology isn't about control, it's about clarity. Number 1. Emotional withdrawal disguised as normal distance. A woman doesn't always leave physically first. She leaves emotionally. And the shift is subtle. Less warmth, less natural touch, less effort to stay connected. She may still be there, but her energy isn't. And here's what most men misunderstand. This isn't always about being busy or tired. When a woman is emotionally fulfilled, she naturally leans in. When she pulls back without reason, something internally has changed. The key isn't to chase her attention. The key is to notice when her emotional investment drops and what replaces it. Number 2. Sudden changes in personal patterns. Women are creatures of emotional patterns. So when her routine shifts, it's rarely random. New habits, new timing, new behaviors that don't align with who she used to be. On the surface, everything looks normal. But psychologically, sudden change often reflects internal redirection. And the mistake men make, they ignore the shift because acknowledging it feels uncomfortable. But in female psychology, patterns matter more than words. Number 3. Increased irritability without a clear cause. When a woman experiences internal conflict, she rarely expresses it directly. Instead, it leaks out as irritation. Small things start triggering bigger reactions, and suddenly you feel like you're doing everything wrong. This isn't always about you. It's often a psychological defense mechanism, redirecting inner tension outward. If she can make you the problem, she doesn't have to face what's really changed inside her. The worst thing you can do here is over-explain or seek validation, because that only reinforces the dynamic. Number 4. Her body language shifts before her words do. A woman can control what she says. She can even control how she acts for a while, but her body language always tells the truth first. Eye contact changes, physical response changes, energy alignment disappears, and you feel it even if you can't explain it. This is where intuition becomes important, because ignoring what you feel disconnects you from reality. Number 5. Overcompensation through sudden affection. Here's where it gets confusing, because not every shift looks like distance. Sometimes it looks like too much closeness, sudden affection, extra attention, unusual sweetness. However, this kind of behavior isn't always driven by desire. It's driven by emotional imbalance. In female psychology, inconsistency is the signal. Real connection is steady. Overcompensation comes in waves. So instead of getting attached to the moment, observe the pattern behind it. Number 6. Emotional absence during connection. This is one of the most important signs, because presence and participation are not the same thing. A woman can still be there physically, but emotionally she's disconnected. You feel it in conversations. You feel it in silence. You feel it in moments that used to feel natural, but now feel forced. And this is where many men make a critical mistake. They try harder, more effort, more attention, more energy. But emotional disconnection cannot be fixed by a one-sided effort. Number 7, time investment shifts. Time reflects priority. A woman who values the connection will naturally create space for it, not perfectly, but consistently. When that consistency breaks and is replaced with repeated delays, vague explanations, or unpredictable behavior, it's no longer a coincidence. It's a shift in priority. And in female psychology, priority always follows emotional direction. Number 8, inconsistency in her narrative. This is where everything comes together, because when internal reality and external behavior don't align, inconsistencies appear. Details change, stories don't match, energy doesn't align with words, and over time, the narrative starts collapsing on its own. Here's the truth most men don't realize. You don't need perfect proof. You need pattern recognition. Now let's make one thing clear. This isn't about assuming the worst. It's about seeing clearly instead of guessing blindly. Because not every shift means the same outcome. Sometimes it's stress. Sometimes it's emotional distance built over time. And sometimes it's something that needs to be addressed directly. Your role isn't to accuse. Your role is to observe, understand, and make a decision. If there's something to fix, you communicate. If there's something to protect, you set boundaries. And if the pattern keeps repeating, you choose self-respect over confusion. Because at the end of the day, the biggest mistake isn't what someone hides from you, it's what you choose to ignore. If you value truth over illusion and clarity over emotional confusion, subscribe to Her Inner Code. This is where you learn to understand female psychology on a deeper level, so you can recognize patterns, protect your energy, and build stronger, more balanced connections.